Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm a lightworker and a mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and to collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and Akashic record reader and energy healer. I am so excited to share what I've learned and what I'm going to learn and the ups and downs of life. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Welcome to Life of a Lightworker podcast. Hello, thank you for joining me. I am pulling a card from the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And my intention is, what do you, the person who is listening, need to hear right now? Ooh, the first card is Well, Maidens, Kindness, Respect, Reverence, and Compassion. And let me see, what will the second card be? And the second card is Metamorphosis. Embrace transformation. Things are now different. Reading from the book for the Well Maidens. Throughout history, there have been people who have tended to and protected our life-giving wells. In the lands of what is today the United Kingdom and Europe, most of these sacred wells were named after goddesses, including Brigid, Danu, Solus, and Anu. These could very well be said incorrectly. Before they were absorbed by Christianity. If you sit at these wells, you will feel the wisdom of their ancient people echoing in the waters, which remain protected. The Elucidation is an old poem that tells of guardians who fulfilled this holy role across the land. A greedy king and his men violated the Well Maidens, the guardians of the kingdom's well, and took more than they needed. They ignored the sacred contract of respecting the Well Maidens and the waters of the sacred wells, and as a result, the kingdom became desolate and barren. The Well Maidens are the keepers of harmony and balance. They respect the sacred waters, and as a result, they give plenty. They deliver a message about the importance of these qualities in a way that we treat ourselves and others and the nature that surrounds and supports us. They remind us to slow down and offer kindness and respect to others, the earth, and ourselves each and every day. The soul inquiry for this card is, how can you offer kindness and respect to yourself, the earth, and others today? The first thing that comes into my mind when I look at this card is we are not alone. We live and work and exist in this world with others. And collaboration and acknowledgement of those around us is essential. We can't isolate ourselves like we have been doing. We need to be in community. We need to have acknowledgement of more than what's just ourselves. And that can be on a small scale and a large scale. It could be you as an individual, you as a family, you as a city, you as a country. It's not just about you, the one. It's how it interacts with the whole. And this whole globe, this whole earth, all these different souls and working together. And for the second card, Metamorphosis, from the book, water, more than any other element, is very used to change. Like lobsters, we must shed their shells in order to grow. When the conditions call for it, water transforms itself from liquid to solid and to gas. And while it may appear that the way we humans change is a little more subtle and slow than that, as ever-changing beings living in an ever-changing world, we're constantly transforming too. Every moment of every single day is an opportunity to embrace or resist change. When we embrace change, we embrace the intelligence of life. When we resist change, we resist the intelligence of life. Often, it's in the growth phase that we feel most uncomfortable. When we've outgrown our skin or our shell and our old way of being, it requires great courage to release what was for the chance to begin again. This is what it means to transform. And it's what this card is about. It's time to embrace what's changing around and within you, and to see it as an opportunity for great transformation and growth. The Healing Waters activation for this card is, I embrace the changes that are happening around and within me. I'm ready to let them transform me. Oh, I love the combination of these cards, because I feel like when you see the outside view, when you hold value and respect and have kindness and compassion for others and yourself, then it's easier to have change. It's easier to allow change, to embrace change. When you are isolated and have a lot of fear, and lots of times we have this fear because we don't really love and respect ourselves and others. And therefore, we can't change, or it's hard to change, and you resist and you drag your feet, and it makes it more painful, more difficult. And when you embrace those around you, you have a better support system. So change is less scary because you have people and systems and structures to fall back on. And everyone's braver. Everyone has more that fire within us. It gets stronger when we link arms with other people and we march together. If you do it alone, it's scary. You don't want to change. You want to stay where it's safe. But you have the safety when you have all of those people around you and they want to change too. And changing together is beautiful and it's supportive. And if one person stumbles, you have the other people to lift you up. And then you'll have your turn to stumble and people will lift you up. And it's ongoing. And that's what that's what the whole global community, that's what all of us connecting is meant to do. Feels like our natural state. And this being separated is not our natural state, which is a lot of the reason a lot of us are having so many issues. Physically, mentally, we're working against nature. So, and our souls, our energy wants to be how our souls envisioned us to be. But the body's resisting, restricting, confining. So there's a conflict within us, and resolving the conflicts outside of us makes it easier to resolve the inner conflicts. They mirror each other. So helping with the inner conflict helps the outer conflict and vice versa. So that's one nice thing, that if it's easier to work on the inner conflict, you can work on that and it'll help the outer. If it's easier to work on the outer conflict, it'll help the inner. So you can work in your comfort zone a little bit because they mirror each other, they mesh well. And I think everyone in the world is experiencing a lot of change, and that's on a personal level in their own lives, as well as in their community, in their country, in the whole world. Everyone feels this conflict. Everyone feels this resistance to change, as well as this drive to change, and the butting of the heads. We can all feel it. We can all see it. And the earth is calling us. It's inevitable. It's this force that cannot be stopped. It's the force to change. So the people holding it back they're trying to slow it down, but it cannot be stopped. So it's going to be very uncomfortable for them, but it truly feels like it's inevitable. And as someone who really focuses on love, focuses on kindness and respect, it makes no sense to me why you would want to inflict harm on other people and yourself. I can't fathom it. So I'm, in general, very hopeful, very excited for the end result. I can see it, I can feel it, and it's beautiful. But these growing pains and this resistance to change, well, it sucks. Everyone can feel it. It sucks. And how we can counteract that on an individual level is to really be an example, to really shine the kindness, respect, and compassion and embracing change within you, so that we are these shining guiding lights. We are these examples of what can happen and what the world is asking us to do. So the more of us who embody these characteristics, the easier it is for the world to tip this, for the scales to tip over, and to allow the earth to embody its soul desires. And I feel that those soul desires are kindness, respect, compassion, reverence. Those are things that have so much value and so much importance. And it's not about one-upping or being the best. It's about diversity and respecting other people for something that they do really well, and you can be respected for something you do really well. It's not competition. It's support and growth. And I feel like that is a bit of an embodiment of what the world in the future is going to be like. It's just a matter of when. That is completely up to humanity to dictate how long or slow that process is. And it really doesn't feel like that long away. And like it feels like it's going to happen in my lifetime. Maybe not to the full extent it could be, but definitely big steps where we can be really proud of ourselves for birthing this world into existence, and knowing that it's going to carry on and grow into something amazing in the future for the future generations. So I invite you to spread more kindness to other people. Maybe go one step more than what you normally would do. Or if you're holding the door for somebody, you smile and say, I hope you have a great day. Just adding a little extra step that is showing this warmth to other people and inspiring joy in other people, and having these little sparks that spread everywhere, as well as when something is asking you to change and it feels uncomfortable and you feel that resistance, slow down. Take some time to sit in the uncomfortable and try to visualize your life with the change and without the change. And when you see that change, play it through your head a few times and work through different scenarios to see how it could possibly come out for the good. Or if you're the type of person that maybe planning into the future, thinking like that is more stressful and isn't calming, then leaning back into your soul is giving you an opportunity. Are you going to reject this opportunity or accept this opportunity? And even though you don't understand it, you don't know where it's going to go, you trust that your soul is guiding you. You trust that your spirit team is guiding you, and leaning more on that aspect, and maybe not utilizing that part of the mind that is planning for the future will help calm the nervous system, make it easier to change. And if you're the type of person that when you have the whole plan forward, that, okay, so if I visualize it this way, I can see that it could be, this is a possibility that it might turn out to be, and that feels okay. Knowing that there is that possibility of it being okay makes you feel calmer and safer, then use that method. You know yourself better than anyone else. I think the biggest thing is slowing down so we're not as reactive and not going into autopilot of what we've always been doing. So we allow ourselves the opportunity to do something a little different. Sometimes that takes a little bit more time to sit in it, and that's okay. And we can always ask our spirit teams to help make the change as easy as possible. It could be as slow as possible or as quickly as possible, whatever feels the best for you. When you know what you like. And you like to rip the Band-Aid off, or do you like to soak it off? You know you. So we can ask our spirit teams, our guides, our angels to help this phase, to help ease this these transitions within you and in the world. So inviting all these energies to assist us is only going to help. And of course, when you are asking, what I like to do is ask the spirits that have my highest good at heart. I'll specifically say my guardian angels. I'll specifically say my spirit team, my higher self, just so I know who I'm working with. It's not random. If you want to cast a wider net, having that intention of they have my highest good at heart. They want what's best for me. They align with what my higher self is wanting for me. Those are very important boundaries to have in place when you're connecting with anything that's outside of yourself. So I highly encourage that if you're going to do this practice. Okay, so nothing else is coming through for the cards today. So I would like to encourage you to take time, slow down, and see what little things you might be able to change in your life that makes the bigger changes easier. So breaking your routine, inviting all these little aspects that show you and your nervous system that it's safe for change. So we are acclimatizing ourselves to change if change is something that is difficult for you. So I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you next time. And if you would like to get in contact with me, you can visit my website at spruceenergyhealing.com. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, all under Spruce Energy Healing. Have a great day.